An amazing day on the Bow River, downtown Calgary there in the background. I'm in western Calgary, and I'm going to do a bike ride along the trail along the river here. It's just beautiful today. The fall colors are near the end. The river water is quite low. It's hard to believe that 10 years ago the river flooded the city. This river comes all the way from the Rocky Mountains. The trail is amazing. It goes along the river on the other side as well. You can go across the whole city cycling. So that's what we're going to do. I'm right down below the bike trail right now, just on the river's edge. And there's a fellow sitting in a chair there right by the water. I've swum in the river in the summer. It's cold. And there's where the bike trail is, where that dog walker is. So that's where we're going to be. It's nice and flat. And I'll get downtown like in 20 minutes max. It's Memorial Drive. To my left, you see cars coming. It's a main drive that goes east-west. And this area is fantastic. You've got the bike lane on the left side, and then the pedestrian area on the right side, and you can go all across the city if you want. The bike lane services are just great. And here's downtown Calgary in its glory. It's a beautiful modern city. And there's the Bow River. You can canoe that all the way from the mountains to the city if you're really ambitious. So here we are, closer to downtown. Really posh condos. 30 years ago, there was none of those buildings along the river. Now you pay a lot of money to be there. And the river splits in two here. And in the winter, you'll get ice jams. Big chunks of ice. And one year when it flooded, it was a big rain plus lots of ice and snow, and flooded the banks over into those buildings over there, into the underground parking lots. It's very warm when you're not in the wind, but the wind is nippy on the fingers. But still, hey, just after Thanksgiving weekend, October 15th, this is beautiful. There's the 10th Street Bridge going into downtown. And here's an example of what it's like along the rail, the bicycle and pedestrian area when we're going under underpasses. This city is so bicycle friendly. Lots of parks, lots of protected areas off, away from cars. And here's where I came from. More blue sky, and further west out there are the mountains. So here's a great view of Memorial Drive. Really picturesque, older district of Calgary. And you can see how the bike trail and pedestrian trails are separate. And now let's look across, and here's the river. Right downtown Calgary. There's my bike. And this is a great view of the fancy bridge. I don't know when they built it, but it's really cleverly done, and it's got screened areas, so when you're standing in the middle you can look out onto the river. And it's pedestrian and bicycle walkway into Princess Island Park, which is on the other side there. And the bridge is pedestrian only, no motorized vehicles. And then near Princess Island Park you've got lots of beautiful condos. And Chinatown is in that area as well. And you can bicycle along that side of the river as well. You can go 60 kilometers easily just within the city. You don't see many glorious days like this. Right now I'm doing more stopping than bicycling because it's just absolutely fantastic. And there's 10th Street Bridge in the distance. I'm shooting against the sun right now, so it might not be as visible to you. But this is paradise in the city right now. Here we are inside of the bridge. In the winter it's great because it's protected from the snow, and yet the windows are open on the sides, or not windows, but the sides are open for fresh air. Further along the river there is the zoo. And as I said, you can canoe the whole area, and in the summer people often will float down the river on a hot sunny day. So there's downtown, and I crossed that little bridge into Princess Island Park. So it literally is an island in the middle of the river, and it's a city park. And in the summer there's lots going on, live music, Shakespeare festival in the park every Sunday. And this is one of my most favorite spots to have a picnic. In the summer, just watch people. And right now it is nice and wind sheltered. So I'm gonna have my sandwich and a cup of tea and just take in the sunlight.